this video, I will share with you 7 secrets to scalping NQ futures for consistent payouts. These are not theories, they're tried and true strategies that I personally used to get repeated payouts like these one after another in the past 1 year in scalping futures. And no, this is not an income guarantee saying you can do the same. It's simply what I've done. I started trading 9 years ago with penny stocks at the end of 2016, and in the past year, I've been scalping futures with futures prop firms. And not only am I getting results, others in our community, as you can see here, are getting similar results. Of course, that doesn't mean that you can do it as well, but it shows what's possible with what others have done. When I first started trading futures, I had no idea what kind of strategy I should adopt. One guru would say, use MNQ because micros are safer and they hold for 80 to 100 points. Another YouTuber would say, I'll be trading 20 accounts with 2 minis, scalping for 30 or 50 points. I tried many different approaches, and this is the one that works for me. And that is secret number 1, I lock in 10 to 20 NQ points. The saying in the community is always like this. Don't be a hero. Lock the 10, 15, 20 points and then walk away and rotate to another account. I don't copy trade. I trade them one by one because once I lock in a trade, I don't trade that account anymore. Some of you are green in the morning and then turn red in the afternoon. Does that sound familiar? If it does, it means that you don't know how to manage risk properly. More on that later. But locking in 10 to 20 points is so much easier than trying to hold for 50, 80 to 100 points. If you look at NQ on any given day, you will see that scalping 10, 15, 20 points is so much easier than to get an entire trend of 50, 80 to 100 point move. Even if you're on the wrong direction, shorting here and covering 10 to 15 points here, you still would have locked in your gains and moved into the next account. Buy dips, sell rips, buy dips, sell rips, short the pops, cover the drops. And if you think that's hindsight trading, make sure you join us at 9:30 because there's no hindsight on Livestream every day where we call out these trades and trade and bank together. Number 2, I scalp aggressively during the first 1.5 and 2 hours of market open. The reason for that is because at the market open, the volatility is the greatest. That is the best time to buy dips, sell rips, lock in 10, 15, 20 points, and move on to the next account. Some gurus will suggest, let's give it half an hour and let the market settle before they go and take a trade. For me, I don't do that because I'm a scalper. I scalp 10 to 20 points and that's it. Sometimes I do hold longer if it's a big reversal, but those are usually just runners to trail and not the entire position. If you try to scalp 10 to 20 points at lunchtime, it's going to be much harder because you have less volatility. So set your alarm clock. Get ready by 9:30 at the open. Some of you just roll out of the bed at 9:30 looking for a trade, and you can't succeed like that if you want to have any kind of meaningful success or payouts with futures prop firms. Set your alarm clock. Number 3, the changing of your position size is important to scalp with NQ. A lot of gurus will tell you always hold the same size, always do 2 to 1 risk and reward. That sounds good on paper, but in real life, it doesn't really work that well for scalpers. The reason is because many factors are involved in trading. Seasonalities, time of day, sentiment of the market, political tension, news, red photo catalyst, key reversal zones. These are all things that these quote-unquote gurus don't take into account when they tell you about position sizing. For example, during lunchtime, sometimes I would increase my size with tighter stops because I know at lunchtime it chops more, and so putting on a little bit more size, 1 or 2 contracts more than I normally do, it's okay because I'm only locking 5 to 10 points in profits versus 10 to 20 points. At other times, I go in more aggressive, which brings me to number 4, using more aggressive sizing at key levels. If you've been trading with us, you'll see that on the live stream, I like to draw rectangles, yellow lines, key pivot highs and lows. Many times those yellow lines get tagged and our communities bank together because we know what those key levels are. Does it mean that NQ have to reverse at those key levels? No. It just means that we have something to go off of, and at those key levels, if you have prop firms like Take Profit Trader, which gives you day 1 payout withdrawal, you can size in a little bit more aggressively at these key levels. What I like to do is if I want to get a payout with Take Profit, because I know in 1 day I can request a payout, I would like to have 5 of my Take Profit Trader accounts lined up and I rotate them one by one at a key level. I would go in big size, maybe even all the contracts allowed, knowing that the first account may not make it, but if the second round can come in and take the right level and get a key reversal, 30, 40, 50 to 100 points or higher with the trailing of my last contract, I can bank a large payout with Take Profit Trader, because I know when it gets to key levels, I want to size in more aggressively, and you can only do that if you have some screen time under your belt, you understand the market a little bit more. If you want to see that in action, join us at 9:30 every day. And Take Profit is the only prop firm that has no consistency rule that gives you daily payouts on the first day of your funded account. And you can have a maximum of 5 funded accounts. If you use the code FSP, right now they have the best deal with 40% off, no activation fee. As you can see, many people in our community are locking in these Take Profit daily payouts. Again, not an income guarantee, but it's what others and I have done. This leads us to number 5. I do not copy trade, and I only trade my accounts one by one. I say this all the time on the stream. Copy trading only works when it works. What that means is that when you're green on a trade, it's great. I cannot tell you how many times someone have DM me or email me and say, FSP, I don't know what happened. I've been so good for 7 days. And on day 8, when I'm about to take a payout with 5, 10, 20 of those accounts copy traded, I took a loss and a spiral to blowing up of all my accounts. I cannot tell you how many times I've had people tell me that. And you know what? I've done the same thing myself too. Copy trading only works when it works. When it doesn't, when you're red, all your accounts are red. And that's why I trade my accounts one by one. When it's at a key level, I risk the first account. When the first account is blown up because of that key level, my second one steps in. When the second one takes a profit and locks in that payout, I don't care that the first one is blown up because I am net green. You will see people who misrepresent us and our strategy and say, oh, that's gambling. Oh, that's randomly blowing accounts. When what they don't understand is we look at key levels and we put on risk at those key levels. Many times we're rewarded. Other times we take a loss. It's all part of trading. And I love doing those trades by using secret number 6, buying dips and selling rips with no confirmation. You heard it right. A lot of gurus will tell you, wait for the confirmation. Wait for that bright green hammer candle on the 5-minute confirmation, then going long. My style is I am already selling some parts of my position when is that bright green hammer. Because you know why? Sometimes that bright green 5-minute candle gets reversed. And so if you don't lock in your payout after 15, 20 points, it reverses on you, then the joke is on you. If there's any confirmation I look for, it is the speed of the candle. When there's a fast down, sweeping of the previous levels, I go in for the sweep long, locking in 10, 15, 20 points, and I'm out. No confirmation. The speed of the candle is my confirmation. Buy dips, sell rips, lock 10, 15, 20 points. Don't be a hero. Look for key levels. Size in when it's aggressive. I don't personally play poker, but if you watch people playing poker, some people size in at key times that they think their hand will win. Very similar to trading key reversal zones. And that brings me to number 7. Stay in your lane and keep your head down. I recognize that not everyone trades this way, and I recognize that this may not even be the best way for other people. But I know this is the best way so far for me. This works for me because I'm aggressive with my personality. I lock in 10, 15, 20 points. I only trade minis. I don't trade micros because 10, 15, 20 points of micros won't do anything for me. I keep my head down. I stay in my lane. I give thanks to my God. I don't care about what other people do. If they succeed, good for them. If they lock in millions of dollars in payouts, good for them. But I'll stay in my lane, lock in a few $100 here, a few $100 there. 10 to 20K payout months is great. Over 60K in payouts last month is great for me too. One of my higher months. But I'm not going to compare myself with the guy who locked in $2.5 million in 6 months because that guy also traded for 15 years. I'm on my 9th year. Don't compare your page 1 with someone's page 100. Stay humble, stay in your lane, and give thanks to your God. If you want to try this style of trading, join us every day at 9:30. We live stream for free. We have a great group of traders, amazing community, train together. It doesn't have to feel lonely anymore. To get a more in-depth explanation and videos on explaining my strategy, You can get my course at fspfutures.com. I'm coming out with the 2.0 revamp very soon. If you get it now on the 1.0, you'll get a free upgrade to 2.0. Most gurus don't do that, but I love the community. I'm going to give you guys a free upgrade. You can get it now on the lower price and get upgraded for free when it's out. You can also get my course free by getting 10 Take Profit accounts with my code FSP or 5 Tradify straight to funded accounts with my code FSP. If this video helped you, go ahead and click the like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you on live.